TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We're not live. Oh, we are live. My bad. We live. But by the time you see this, we won't be. So just leave a like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. Right behind me, you see it, man. A little warning screen. This could get negative, and I enjoy negativity sometimes. In moderation. Too much negativity could, like, you might, you know. Anyway, Twitch.com is where you can't catch you can catch negativity there too, but that's where you can catch a live stream. Usernames at the bottom of the screen. Patreon, Monday through Sunday. UK TV shows, movies, and Premier League highlights. Everything is located in the description if you want to tune in to any of that. This is Britain's most ruthless debt collectors. Part 2 or episode 2. I think it's only 2 episodes, but okay. Talk to me.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners.
You wouldn't be doing this for
eviction.
We've seen this
finished it. I'm there.
The job is particularly the eviction.
For a hole in the
And it's an environment.
wait, I'm tasked.
I'm this job.
In when all quiet.
8 o'clock as well.
There to repossession.
Eviction.
Okay.
Who will actually be on site tomorrow when we're carrying out the eviction?
From this office in Essex, writs for debt recovery, repossessions and evictions are processed, risk assessed and distributed to operatives in the field.
We've arranged for guys from the climbing team that will meet you there at 8 o'clock as well.
They're known as High Court Enforcement Officers. All of their cases require careful planning.
Okay, they've taken off the tiles.
And they're called in when all else has failed.
I'm there to finish this job, to take back possession.
Scott is my favorite person. If Carl Pilkington had this job, this is what it would look like a little bit.
Or to take goods or to collect payment. I'm there. They've had all their different chances, and when I leave, the job is finished.
He's like the opposite of Carl Pilkington, but the same at the same time.
Scott Hines is the company's longest serving officer. If a job is particularly tough, then Scott is the man to call. His task today is the eviction of a council property in South London.
Like, we've got a building here, it's single story, it's all welded up, so the only access is the way the squatters are getting in, which is through a hole in the roof at the back.
That's dedication. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all can never, there's nothing in me that can make you have a conversation with me and be like, oh yeah, I'm for squatters. I like them. I don't.
Vacant building is an easy target for squatters, and it's been an ongoing battle to keep them out.
Bro, the building is nailed shut, welded shut, and they peeled through the ceiling.
Bad in here today.
They're entering an environment that is dark, dirty, and could well be dangerous.
Like
Watch for needles and everything, man. Yellow. It's all stick together in here.
The officers have no idea how many squatters there are, or how they will react when they're told to leave.
Good morning. Got a writ of possession. You're being evicted this morning.
The early morning raid catches the first occupants unaware.
You realise you have to leave this morning, yes? Do you understand what I'm saying?
But as officers move through the maze of rooms, they lose the element of surprise.
Yo tengo mi derecho también, por eso estoy aquí, porque tengo mi derecho. Por eso estoy aquí. ¿Te ha quedado claro? ¿Eh?
Pack your bags and leave, please. But what you don't need, is you shouting
I ain't gonna lie, that piece of little art is kind of hard.
and starting raising your hands to people, okay? Let's get out of here. He's got a big knife there as well, yeah? Beside his bed, he's got a knife. Don't go back in there, please. We'll have sort of like people shouting, making threats, picking up lumps of wood, metal bars.
A knife, Scott. How about a knife?
whatever they can find, and like where a lot of these people are scared for their own safety, they'll have weapons beside their bed, like literally maybe not to use against us, but against other people coming to rob them. So, as I say, he's got a knife beside his bed.
He had his little spot nice and tidy. It's look good in there, low key.
People coming to rob them. So,
he got a whole apartment building.
As I say, he's got a knife beside his bed. So we'll leave him to calm down a little bit before we go back in now. Hopefully the knife will disappear.
The discovery of a weapon means the enforcers have to be extra vigilant.
How many you got? 3?
There's 2 in there.
4 now, yeah? Make sure no one goes through the roof for me. Yeah. Nearly now. You've been evicted this morning, yeah?
The rest of the eviction passes off smoothly.
Bro's on a table.
And in all, a total of 9 squatters are removed.
There's a door open down there where you can see the lights.
Are you working in here today?
Squatting in a vacant commercial property is not a criminal offence, so all the occupants are free to leave.
So the UK has made it so you can't do it in like rental properties or home properties, like rental home properties, but you can do it in commercial. Why can you do this, period?
Once the building is clear, Scott and his team can explore the full extent of the damage.
Yeah, it stinks in here. It stinks.
Repossessing illegally occupied buildings and the cost of clearing them up runs into millions of pounds a year.
Yeah, but if you go and look in that toilet, then it's unbelievable.
And when the property...
The fact that somebody doo-dooed in there and it didn't flush and somebody else came and doo-dooed again, it's insane.
belongs to the council like this one, it's the taxpayer that foots the bill.
Yeah, I haven't been in a lot worse than this for a long time. You get a different class of squatter. This is like the lower class, let's say, because they're prepared to live in absolute squalor.
Scott does a last tour of the grounds and comes across one unwelcome guest who has slept through it all.
Morning. Well, I call enforcement officers. Everyone's being evicted from inside here today. This little bit of the land as well, really, I'm afraid. Okay? So just wake yourself up when you're ready, if you can get going for me. Thank you.
It's taken less than 20 minutes to clear out the squatters, but there is no guarantee that this will be Scott's last visit.
And then they're re-welding the door shut.
Well, it's the second time I've evicted this building. There's a chance that, like, literally they'll know it's empty and they will come back to look and see if there's any security preventing them from coming back again.
What are you supposed to do with the roof? How do you secure that?
The enforcer's legal authority is handed down by the High Court. Every year, over 70,000 writs are issued nationally. Their powers include the right to break into property and reclaim possessions.
They haven't paid the rent on the shop, so obviously the landlord wants the shop back.
They provide a lifeline for those who have tried everything to get back what is rightfully theirs.
Oh, they come before. They a little bit different than DBL. Sure. Oh, it's empty.
I'm Dave.
Hi, Dave.
So it's your fault we've got up this early.
Oh, he's a smart one. He cleared the whole thing.
Since when? When was the last time you were in here?
Sunday.
Yeah? You haven't messed about, has it?
Cleared everything.
Leonora and her elderly mother let out the shop in Leeds to a family friend. But then it all turned sour.
Never do business with friends. Not this type of business, anyway.
It's been about a year of intense trying to get the rent back and forth. Since last June, he owed over 4,500, and then he was paying on and off in between that, and consistently he wasn't paying on time. So over a year, it's been consistently bad.
Leonora had hoped that the enforcers could seize the contents of the shop, which could be sold off to raise the money she's owed. But that hasn't worked out.
She's coming on.
I'm suing. If they got the money or not, I'm suing. You gotta go bankrupt, buddy.
Weekend and warned him that if he doesn't pay the rent, the bailiff's going to come. But he's obviously
Shouldn't have did that. You fronted your move. That's your fault.
Just in the bunk before we've turned up. Took all his stock away.
Yeah.
So if you can just sign there, please, and then
Yeah.
print your name there, that'll be cool.
The good news is that Leonora now has her shop back, if not her faith in human nature.
I feel like he's betrayed the whole family, you know, not just me, but my mom especially, who's 78, you know, someone who's that mature that you kind of trying to get one over. He was always trying to get one over, and, you know, it's really disappointing to see that.
Never do business with friends and family. There's always ends negative.
Steve Mitchell is the company's most dogged debt collector, always determined to reclaim his clients' money.
In regards to an amount owing of 51,000, yes. Tracking down people with outstanding writs
Wait, what was the other dude's name?
is a job in itself. We travel all over the country. We use all the databases that we can use via the office and neighbouring inquiries, and effectively at the end of the day we do find them.
Today he's on his way to a second-hand car dealer in Salisbury to collect a balance on a debt of £9,000.
Probably to a car they sold somebody that didn't work.
If he doesn't get the cash, Steve is going to take all the vehicles.
All of them?
At least that was the plan.
Huge build-up of post in there. So he's cleared off.
On his last visit, Steve could have seized all the dealer's vehicles for auction and settled the debt.
All the cars that were previously here, there were up to 10 odd cars here.
Instead, he gave him one last chance to pay.
He's moved them all onto another site somewhere, but he's left that. If we take it, if it costs £100 something to take it, plus auctioneer fees, if it goes for 800-900 quid, might make 500 quid on it.
Dang, but it say 15,000 in the window. That's the sticker.
That's about it. Should have taken them when I got here first time.
Should have. I bet you learned your lesson. If it's a business, I'm taking it. If I was in his shoes. Y'all done got bamboozled 2 times in a row.
Oh, hi Scott, how are you? Okay, so you got it all in hand, Scott, yeah?
It's estimated that today one person is declared insolvent or bankrupt every 5 minutes. And that means enforcement officers are busier than ever. In East London, Scott's first call of the day is on a shopkeeper who's run up a utility bill of over £6,000.
A utility bill like lights?
To pay the balance by a certain date. That date's passed. They have paid some, but they've not paid the full amount. So we're going in there today to collect the full amount. Obviously, you know why I'm here.
Oh, they didn't send Scott. Is that white Hennessy?
You can either pay this now, or there's going to be a lorry here, and then you're going to get even more fees.
How can I pay this amount in one go right now, man? Are you having a laugh, man?
You have to pay.
Yeah, he sounded. Bro tried to sound heartbroken.
It today. You have to pay it now, or I'm going to remove your stock.
Are you not taking the piss, man?
Are you going to pay or not?
I will fucking pay it, yeah?
Right, okay. What I don't want you doing is locking the door, please.
I was paying
right,
it.
listen.
I was paying
right,
it.
now listen to me now, okay?
You
no,
listen to me as well,
you
bro.
don't shout at me, and you don't pull the shutters down on me. Simple as that, because now you're falsely imprisoning me, and I will call the police, okay? Don't pull the shutters down on me. Simple as that. Don't pull them down on me. Don't pull the shutters down on me, please.
Gonna take my shit
Okay?
off me when
Because
I'm
you owe money.
Because
Get the
I'm
shutters up now, please, before I call the police. They don't go down no further. Okay? Get the shutters up, please.
Please.
Simple as that.
So now you got a charge for kidnapping. You going to jail. You think Scott not about to call the police? Do you not see his jacket? That's a I will call the police jacket. You got to understand what you up against. You got a jacket on with no sleeves. He got a I call the police jacket on and you playing with him. Is that a peacoat, Steve? Come on, man.
I'll get a place and I'll get a lorry, okay? Your debt will get even bigger now.
Daylight robbery.
got a lot of stuff in here too.
High Court Enforcement Officer Scott Hines has travelled to East London to recover a debt from a shopkeeper. But it's the shopkeeper who is now holding Scott prisoner.
Okay. Can I have the police here, please? I've been locked into the shop and the shutters have been pulled down and the guy's getting a little bit aggressive and upset as well. Stop shouting at me and stop swearing at me, okay? So I can understand he's upset and everything else, but I don't like being locked in a shop and I don't like it when it gets this aggressive. Right. The only person who has made this happen the way it is today is yourself by not paying.
I feel like he got a lot of liquor in there. It might reach. It might get to 6,000.
When you was meant to have paid. My office have phoned you a few times. You haven't. You was told to pay and you haven't.
You understand? I've paid.
Are you going to get these funds? Are you going to pay them?
Get the money.
Right. Right, so I'll give you 5 minutes to do that. But at the moment, I want you to get those shutters up, please. Sometimes you can be scared, but you can't show that. You have to make sure that you're always in control. But no, you just pulled. Why don't you just pull the shutters up for me?
The police have confirmed they're on their way.
You really might get locked up.
Shopkeeper's behaviour is becoming increasingly unpredictable.
I'm not taking your pennies. Because I'm not taking them. It's a simple. That's not money. I'm not standing here counting out pennies. But okay, well I'll tell you what I'll do then, yeah?
Money's money, bro.
I'll tell you what I'll do then, okay? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start counting those pennies and I'll charge you £200 plus VAT for every hour.
You already done it.
Right.
Look! You've already done it, lad! Because I will you the lot up. Bruv. Honestly, bruv.
I guarantee you he can't fight. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. When you yell like this,
you've already done it, lad! Look! You've already done it, lad!
When you do stuff like this, it means you can't fight. This is the face of a man that who probably has never thrown a punch in his life. So, I know Scott would have laughed.
Because I will you the lot up. Bruv. Honestly, bruv. What? All of these, rather than giving it to you, I will put it up your.
Don't start fretting.
It's a little questionable behavior now.
People with bottles, okay? Calm down. Don't start pushing me, okay? No, you won't push me anymore. It's as simple as that. Don't
filming me, bruv.
Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down and start.
Why are you filming me?
Calm yourself down.
Don't break that camera. That's another debt for you. That camera's more than 6 bands, probably.
Don't push me anymore, okay?
With the situation threatening to turn really ugly, help arrives just in time.
Hello? Hello? Is that the police, yeah? Hello, mate. I'm an High Court Enforcement Officer. I'm trying to enforce a writ. He's pulled the shutters down inside. He won't open them. Do you want to open the shutters for me, please? Because the police want to speak to you.
Your money at you. Alright, so I need this to be sorted.
He might go to jail.
Alright, thanks for coming.
Alright.
Alright. Why have you closed the shutters?
Because they're gonna try and take my property.
We've got here, the shutters are down, this man's locked inside your...
If someone walks into your house and says he's gonna take out of your house, what are you gonna do?
Listen to me.
No,
you're not supposed to lock him in, though, do you? You could be arrested right now, straight away from what I've seen. Why don't you? Who you calling?
He's going to jail. He can't get out of jail right now. He's off the hinges. Bro has no calm in him.
So who do you think you're talking to now?
Okay, are you gonna arrest me?
Huh?
Are you gonna arrest me?
I don't want to have to arrest you.
Are you gonna arrest me?
What's gonna have to be? Then that will have.
Well, do you know in Chicago he would have been face down in a pile of chips and gummy bears? Like, bro would have been across the counter. The police would have had him hemmed up so quick. I'm talking about instantaneously. Look. Let me show you what it would have.
You're not supposed to lock him in.
Look at how much space.
You could be arrested right now, straight away from what I've seen. Why don't you? Who you calling? Who do you think you're talking to now?
Okay, are you gonna arrest me?
Huh?
Right here. He would have been on the ground, face down. with a baton in his spine.
Are you going to arrest me?
I don't want to have to arrest you.
Are you going to arrest
me?
me?
What's going to have to be? Then that will have to be.
If you get yourself arrested, you're not in a position to pay this debt, which means I'm going to have to take all your stock.
Look, I make 10p a pack, yeah? How the am I going to pay it?
Let's start getting a resolution to this.
Yeah.
You need to calm down, and we're not going to get anything resolved while you're standing there swearing, throwing insults. Listen, where are you going?
I'm trying to pay. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to.
Faced with
this is a bad look for the police. They ain't got no type of backbone.
the prospect of having his stock taken, the shopkeeper starts to pull together the cash.
So you've given me, I ain't taking it in that, get him to transfer it.
Fucking take it, bro. You know what I mean? Money is money. Money is money, brother. Yeah?
Right, so you're giving me 1,000.
This is an English saying, brother. Money is money.
You're giving me 1,010.
Right. Look,
so you're getting yourself all upset again.
£527.
I don't want the pennies.
Money! Money is money, lad!
See how you're getting yourself all upset?
Money!
I think I got
I
good.
tell you, I know money, lad. Hey, you can't fight.
Job, you know. Well, I enjoy my job, so
We know you do.
not everybody could do my job.
It's in their blood. Look, it's in their blood. You know what I mean? That's why he's doing this job.
I do have to count. I couldn't go and sit in an office each day and push like a keyboard and work in front of a computer.
Literally, when this aired, his friends had to be making fun of him.
2 hours after being threatened, abused, and then imprisoned, Scott leaves with the £4,000 required to settle the debt.
I knew that he was going to pay once he had calmed down and once he had seen sense. He'd rather pay
All that yelling, all that blood pressure going up, and you paid.
the outstanding balance than lose all his stock.
Despite his ordeal, Scott decides not to press charges.
Thanks a lot, okay? Thank you.
For him, it's all in a day's work.
Thank you. People call, not just me, people like me doing my job, loads and loads of different names, all nasty names.
I would have pressed charges if I was a law-abiding citizen. I'm pressing charges. Just for raising your voice and yelling like that.
You know, get called different names every single day, get threatened, everything else. But, you know, if it wasn't me doing this, it'd be
I'm trying to teach lessons.
somebody else.
It's 5 a.m. in Maidstone, and Steve's up early chasing after more cars. He's hunting a vehicle belonging to a debtor who's fallen behind with their repayments. But like his trip to the car dealer in Salisbury, he's not having much luck.
It's not here. We'll have a little pedal around.
5 a.m., Steve.
It's quite a large estate. She might have started parking somewhere else.
Steve's been around long enough
Hold on, twin.
to know it's too early to give up.
They'll try and hide the vehicle if they know that we're looking for it. Hold on. The defendant's just pulled up in the vehicle. So we're going to shoot round the block and then we're going to go and block it in. Yep, it is here.
Now he's located the vehicle, Steve calls in the tow truck and goes to inform the debtor.
Oh, just got off work.
Hello, sir. Vehicle I got, I met you before previously. Today the vehicle was uplifted, it's going to be taken, unless you can arrange payment by close of business today. And I'm going to need the keys as well. How do you get your keys? Well, someone pulled up in it earlier this morning at 7 o'clock. He wasn't here at 5 to 7 and someone pulled up at 7 o'clock, so there are keys in the house. But it's up to you. If you want to come and collect the stuff now, otherwise you can arrange it later date. It's up to you. Yeah, I'll just walk back there. Okay then, no problem. Thank you. This is the end of the line today in regards to this vehicle. We've had 2 years
Car a little beat up, ain't it?
of this debt outstanding. Just ignoring it, it's not going to go away. It will end up, we'll be knocking on the door and we will get the money.
The very nature of their work means that the enforcers often have to deal with the most vulnerable members of society, and that makes their job even harder.
Hello, madam. Hello. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this is difficult.
I'm a High Court enforcement officer. Got a High Court writ of possession, which means you have to vacate the premises this morning for me, please.
Yeah, but I have nowhere to go.
I'm not going to be rude to you, but I'm going to be honest, that's not my problem. Should we go in and talk about it, madam, rather than standing on your doorstep?
Scott's in North London dealing with a tenant who hasn't been paying her rent.
I was advised legally to stay here until I had the bailiff.
Right, well then, not a bailiff, but a High Court enforcement officer stood here now. And they must advise...
Yeah. So you wait for them, you get that paperwork, you take it down to the council, and they'll give you emergency housing.
Advised you as well that when that happened, you had to leave. Plus the fact your landlord has told you what's happening as well. So we're going to go around and around in circles. We're going to get to the same end result, and that is pack your goods and leave, please.
Private tenants who cannot afford their rent are often advised to wait for eviction. They receive a formal notice, and that means the council are legally required to rehouse them.
That's bad advice. But they do need the formal notice.
I've got to leave, and I'm just scared because I have nowhere to go, and this is not what the council said what would happen. Thankfully, I have a recovery centre to go to, which is because I'm ill at the moment, so I can actually go to the NHS and ask for help. But I don't know where I'm going to go today.
What's her ailment?
I had a breakdown, which has meant that I have to be on medication most of the time. So it's all sort of falling apart because I have nothing left. I didn't think it would happen to me because I was so on top of things.
If you take that as well, I've got that saying that I've been forced to writ today, so that might help you get somewhere else to stay. Okay? There isn't any point in beating around the bush and not telling these people how it is. You know, I'm there, I've got a court order to take back possession of this property. They're there and they shouldn't be because the court has ordered that. So it's not me saying that they shouldn't be there. A judge has made that decision.
Christine's fate is sealed.
But they need somebody to point their anger to. I'm pretty sure he understands that. Shout out Chino for the follow.
He has just enough time to pack an overnight bag.
About your stuff in the bathroom, toothbrush and stuff, have you managed to get that?
The landlord agrees to look after Christine's possessions while she seeks emergency accommodation.
As much as I can help them, I always do. But sometimes it just goes beyond that. At the end of the day, the mortgage company won't wait. They want their payments, and we use the rent from here to pay them.
These jobs aren't uncommon for Scott, and he's developed his own way of coping.
I just try
Let me tell you something. When I become a landlord, which I will be in the near future, you got until the legal requirements for me to kick you out. I don't want to hear no sob story. I don't want to hear none of that because this is a business for me. I understand it's life for you, but my business is life for me. At the end of the day, if you don't pay your rent, if you 7 days overdue from the date of the 5th, I'm starting the process. Okay, y'all can look at me like that all you want. I'm starting the process. I'm not gonna pay your rent. I'm losing money. Say goodbye.
To not even listen if I can help it, because I'll be going home and every night I'd be sitting indoors thinking I've just like literally made somebody homeless, and you know, and you can't keep on worrying about what you're doing, whether it's fair.
If your rent is due on the 1st, let's just go to 1st. You know how normally, like here, you got into the 5th. If it's due on the 1st, you got into the 5th. Okay. 5th come, no rent. You know what I'm doing? I'm printing that piece of paper out. I'm putting a 10-day notice on your door. 10-day notice to pay the rent or vacate the property. You ignore it, bow. I'm going to court. Tell them I'll put the 10-day notice. I ain't got no rent. Can we start the eviction process? At that point, I don't even believe you no more. The trust is already broken. Just go ahead and get out. I'll start over while it's still early. While I haven't lost that much. That's me personally.
Whether I feel like what I'm doing is right or wrong doesn't come into it.
Especially as like a private landlord, like not a big corporation. Like, yeah, I need this.
In his pursuit to recover debt, Steve drives over 1,000 miles a week. His next job is in Folkestone, where the owner of an Italian restaurant owes nearly £2,500 for an unpaid utility bill.
Had a payment arrangement, no payment's been made. Only the office have been trying to call, been no contact whatsoever.
The money has been outstanding for over 2 years. If the owner fails to pay, Steve is authorised to take goods from the kitchen to cover the debt.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Here to execute High Court writ. You can see this is a removal attendance.
I can give you all the money now. I can give you half.
Half?
There's no point telling you I can.
Yeah.
Then I give you the check and it will bounce.
He's going to pay half of it, so I'm quite happy considering the stock is only wine.
Wine is expensive.
The restaurant's been struggling to make ends meet since the recession.
I ain't gonna lie, the food look kind of good.
People before they used to have a meal. After the meal, have a coffee, a brandy, a cigarette, another bottle of wine and so on. So they're taking for good.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you take a payment for me, please?
Now they only come in, eat quickly, and they go.
We're going to try for 1339.
There are customers that used to see at least once a month. We see them once every 6 months, every year. You know, nobody kind of parties anymore because I can understand they haven't got any money.
In regards to the remaining, will you be able to clear that in 4 weeks, or is there any...
If I can, I would.
Yeah, if I leave you my number on the back,
I'll give you a call.
If you give me a call, yeah.
This is pretty straightforward, though.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Salute to the owner of this restaurant for not playing dumb.
Bye-bye.
That's respectable. Italian man.
Times are hard. I do feel sorry for these small businesses. He was more than reasonable and polite with me. He's made a payment, he's paid half of it, so I'll speak to him again in a month's time.
I will pay it, that's for sure. But I got to eat. Today I got to eat.
He's aware of what he can lose, which is all of his stock, which would have cost him more than what it's going to fetch at auction.
It's a windy morning on the South Downs. High Court Enforcement Officer Scott Hines has arrived with a writ. There are an estimated 100,000 members of the travelling community in the UK. Across the country, local authorities provide them with special sites where they are legally entitled to stay.
Why don't they just go there?
This isn't one of them. The enforcers are called in most weeks by Brighton Council to move.
I never understood. Like, there's places specifically outlined for you for free with no problem.
This group on. Both sides know each other only too well.
They understand that somebody's got to do this job, but a lot of them, they don't like us. Got High Court writ of possession, so you need to leave this afternoon, please. Anybody else in any other caravans? Okay, thank you. You can treat them with as much respect as possibly you can, but they still see us as like the nasty person who's making them leave and they've got nowhere else to go. Morning.
Oh, go away. Sure, I'll go to sleep, go away.
No, don't say go away and...
Go to sleep, fuck off, mate.
No, don't swear at me.
Fuck off, mate.
Right, just listen to me, okay?
Go away. Go
just
away.
Listen to me.
I'll give me 10 minutes, mate. Go away, please.
He probably was just, you know what I'm saying, hand the meat. You got to give that man some time. You got to let him wrap up what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? He probably naked. Give that man a minute.
So much for being friendly today.
For the travellers, the eviction order is all part of a pattern of persecution.
They on somebody's farmland? Somebody trying to grow a little corn?
This is a nightmare for everyone
Rain?
involved. We're not in anyone's way. There's no neighbours anywhere. We're living on a piece of disused land. Can't even see houses from round here.
Well, it can't be great, like today, for instance, that they've got soaking wet. So I can sympathise a little bit. But then they were told a few days ago that they had to leave. And they knew this day was coming and they knew they had to leave today.
I think they probably think we're just a bunch of dropouts, really.
Nah, not even. This is a way of life for y'all, but like at the same time, like I respect the culture, but I just don't understand. There's sites that are given to y'all. Why not just stay there? That's my question.
Are you? No.
You don't live this lifestyle unless you choose to. Like, there's no way like you do this out of anything apart from your own personal choice and your own personal beliefs. They know they're going to be evicted, and that's just part of what happens because they're opted out of society. It's not a lifestyle I would choose.
Me neither.
People might not like what they see, but it's still our home.
The travellers seem resigned to their fate and leave without a fuss.
Totally understand everyone's point of view. You know, we're travellers, we live on wheels.
But all this comes at a price. Every eviction costs the local taxpayers thousands of pounds, and the number has doubled over the past 2 years. It's not just travellers that keep the enforcers busy. Landlord evictions are also on the rise.
We're at the eviction. OK then, Jenny, leave it with me. I'll call the locksmith now. Thank you.
There are currently around 350 evictions a day, with the toughest cases being handled by High Court enforcement officers. Over in Margate, relations between a landlord and tenant have broken down. As a last resort, enforcer John Homewood has...
I should have got an Airbnb for my trip. I wasn't even thinking. I was just so geeked to come. But next time I know.
Been called in with a repossession order.
Are you going to wait just around the corner here? Because she won't open the door to you, will she?
The tenant hasn't paid any rent for quite a while. She's obviously refused to get out by the date she's supposed to be out. And so we've had to take the final steps and actually evict her, unfortunately.
What's going to happen today is you're going to get what you can leave with this morning. You'll come back and make an arrangement with Mr. Tran, who's outside now, to get your stuff. But this morning, if you leave with what you can take out, okay, that's the way it happens, all right? So if you get your children ready, I'll give you time to do that.
What's more upset is because he knows I'm 5 months
Yeah,
pregnant
sure.
and the children have got to go to school.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Get the boys to school, and then we'll deal with it afterwards, all right? All right.
That's what's annoying. He knows.
What we don't want to...
Well, I understand, but what you know is you haven't paid rent. What you know, ma'am, is you have not paid rent. You know you are past the date, and you knew he had taken you to court, and you knew this day was coming because you got letters. Is that your man? Is this your man? With the double lining in his head? This is crazy work to be. If this is your man, I know why you struggling. He ain't doing nothing to support this house. Not with this. Not with this. You think anybody that let a barber do this to their head is trying to pay rent? Ma'am, come back. Make better choices. It's not looking good for you, bruh.
Want to do today is to have a shouting match where anybody get into arguments. Do you know what I mean?
When we gave it to her, it was in nice condition.
You said the new Sidemen inside, so out. What is that?
There was no rubbish and it was in a good state, and she's unfortunately let it get into a bit of a state of disrepair, and we've got quite a job on our hands to get it fixed up now.
The tension between the landlord and the tenants is running high, and John's caught in the middle.
I could easily go out and knock his head off, but yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, Ross. Your name is Ross Griffiths. Cut it out. You got a double line and
ain't gonna get me nowhere, so there's no point.
You swear to me he's not allowed to touch any of my stuff.
I'm sure he's got no interest in doing that anyway.
I don't trust him after, knowing, the time that we've got to leave.
He will allow you to come back and move yourself out. If you sort the boys out, you get yourself dressed and grab what you think you'll need this morning.
There's been one thing after the other. They promised there'd be money coming, promising she'd fix the house, promising she'd clean the house, promising she'd be out of the house on the time she said, and because she hasn't, she pushed us right to the limit, really, I'm afraid.
Natalie says that losing her home is largely down to circumstances beyond her control.
I owe him rent because the council wasn't actually paying the rent, so which then put us into rent arrears. That's what's led to this. The benefit system is absolutely diabolical. They don't give you pre-warning of when they're going to stop your benefits, or they just do it and, you're left to face the consequences. But obviously, it's basically my fault, I suppose.
Oh, that's the dog.
Just got to try and keep calm because, obviously, of the unborn child.
To put somebody pregnant on the street, I wouldn't do that to the worst enemy. Just going to put their necessities in the car, take them over to mine, and then I'm going to take Ross and Natalie down to the council, sort out down there, and see what happens.
Nobody takes accountability when this happens while putting somebody pregnant out on the street. I understand that she's pregnant, but she has a man in there. That's a whole man with a double lining on his head. That's a man who is neglecting his responsibilities as the head of the household. As if you were a real man, you wouldn't have been in this situation. Come on, Brody. I ain't trying to hear that. Man, dang. You's a bum, if I'm being quite frank.
And if necessary, they'll have to stay with me for a couple of days until the council sorts something out or somebody sorts something out.
Difficult situation. The lady was
I'm talking about him.
Pregnant. She was just upset that
I'm mad at him.
We were there before the kids went to school, which is understandable.
Yeah, I think I've got everything tonight.
But as much as I empathise with those people, we're here for a reason, and they're going straight down to the council, and the council will look after them.
Steve's next job isn't as tricky. He's heading off to Oxford to chase up another.
Where's the other dude at? Where's the nonchalant dude with no emotions?
Other substantial company debt. He's after the owner of a perfume business who refuses to pay one of his suppliers.
So in regards to a writ that was issued against the company, just here to collect the remaining balance, which is £1,070 and 2p. Do you want to do the payment here now?
No.
You don't?
No, I'll pay you when I'm ready.
Wait.
Let me take my shades off for this one. This is how I would have approached. Hold on, let me show you.
Who refuses to pay one of his suppliers.
So in regards to a writ that was issued against the company, just here to collect the remaining balance, which is £1,070 and 2p. Do you want to do the payment here now?
No.
You don't?
No, I'll pay you when I'm ready.
Wait.
Interesting, sir. When you're ready. Okay, give me 1 second. Is this the property that you stay at? Is this your car? Oh God, I'm taking it all. What are you
talking about? It doesn't work like that, I'm afraid.
Well, it does.
Well, I'm afraid it doesn't. I'm not going to be leaving here without the payment or goods. So.
Can you forcibly break it?
Yes, I can.
Can you?
Yes. This writ of possession gives me that power. Ronnie Pickering. That's what he looked like. That's a Ronnie Pickering outfit.
Yes, I do have the power to do that, yeah.
It really is. It's so medieval.
Don't want to go down that line, sir. But it's up to you.
With the man being so defiant, Steve's not sure if he's going to get the money.
That is how it works. Pull that visa out.
Oh, I dropped it. When you finish with it, stick it through the door.
Yes, sir. I'll leave you a receipt as well.
You dropped the card like it wasn't gonna work. I'm still getting this money on. What Kai Cenat be saying? Just give me my money. I couldn't be no debt collector, I'm telling you, because I'll be at your door like, just give me my money. What you talking about?
The debt may have been settled, but the man isn't quite finished.
What I'm so angry about is that you come here and embarrass me and fuck me up.
How have I embarrassed you?
Oh, don't be so fucking stupid. Fuck off.
Mind your door. Nice gentleman.
How he embarrass
It's pure
you?
arrogance that he believes he's above the law and he doesn't have to pay, and by looking down and speaking to me in the manner he does, he's still portraying this arrogance that he's better than everyone else, and why should he have to pay the debt? That is now resolved. Move on to the next one.
That was interesting. When people get that type of mad and slam doors, bro, slam the door softly. It's like you didn't even slam the door hard. That little slam. Grow some triceps. Get you a good slam in at least. It's crazy.
Back on the South Downs, the travellers have moved on. They're now camped illegally in the car park of a local sports club.
At the moment down there, there's about 15 caravans with all their vehicles and other materials they have, dog kennels, soda dishes down there. I've got no objections to the way they want to live, but to show no respect to the way that we want to live, I don't think is right. They have no consideration for anyone else apart from themselves. If I broke into a secure car park, I would be kicked out straight away. I do get very frustrated, I do get very angry that nothing's done immediately to get rid of them.
The sports centre make a complaint about the travellers illegally occupying the car park. So once again, the enforcers are called in.
Oh, this was kind of quick.
This time, it's Steve and John's turn.
Every fortnight, without fail, move them from one site to another. Moved them last week, moved them again.
Oh, so this is like a quick process, this one. It don't take months.
How you been, alright?
You know today's the day?
Yeah, today's the day. We'll sort it out. It'll get sorted out somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alright then. Alright, speak to you in a bit. I wouldn't be best pleased if that was me, to wake up and have 20 caravans. And the noise that goes with it in the evenings.
Last thing we want to do is live somewhere right in everyone's way and causing, you know, an eyesore. We quite often find sites that are well out of the way, but get evicted just the same, so we end up places like this.
This is the playing field, kids come here to play football. It's covered in dog feces all around here. All the rubbish.
It's always crazy how a dog can just doo-doo and just not care. He don't care about being seen. Like, he don't clean up after himself, nothing. A cat clean up after themselves. A cat be a little bit embarrassed. He don't want you to look at him when he doo-dooing. Dog just be thugging it.
It's all been dumped here. That's going to have to be cleaned up.
The travellers pack up and prepare to leave. For Steve, this is one job at least that looks like everything's going according to plan.
Hello, Scott. It's Jackie from the office.
Well, travellers be somewhere for 1 week and it looked like they've been there for 10 years. Down bad.
Just thought I'd give you an update on that eviction.
We've got a derelict pub where there's been one guy who's refusing to leave.
Scott's on his way to one of those jobs that every enforcer dreads. One that he's been told could have a potential for violence.
Here we go. W way to end it.
He's armed himself with weapons, a piece of wood and maybe a knife as well.
The man has been squatting in a pub for nearly 2 months. He has several convictions for drug offences. Scott and John are waiting for police to provide backup while they carry out the eviction.
Getting in the building might not be that easy if he has barricaded it like he is claimed to have done. So it might be a slow process of getting through barricades. It could go completely differently. It could be literally he's there waiting for us and he just literally walks out and he hasn't got any problem at all and he's polite and friendly and all this is for nothing. As I say, we'll find out in a few minutes.
Let's double check. It's 10 minutes left in the video. It says, with that amount of time, there's a good chance that there's a lot of negativity about to happen. I'm thinking this is the last scene.
Hello, David. Hello there. High Court Enforcement Officer. I've got a High Court writ of possession. Gives me the power to come in through the door and to ask you to leave.
Do not come in here. Please! I'm telling you now, please do not come in here. Fuck off!
I've got a taser here, alright?
This is illegal, mate, okay? You're not going to do this. You can keep coming for ages, and then when you come here, I tell you, I ain't going to stop.
The front door offers little resistance, but there is no telling what lies on the other side. High Court enforcement officers are breaking into a pub to evict a man who's been living there illegally for 2 months. The pub has been blocked at every turn, and it's clear
It's a nice little pub, too.
the man has no intention of coming quietly.
Through this one now.
It sounds like he just hit that pipe. He got maximum energy. All attributes maxed out right now. You know what it is.
David, we're coming up. David.
Taser-armed officers follow the enforcers in. They're on standby to take over if necessary.
David, we want to be able to do this in a calm, organised way, David. David. Opposite. David. Fuck off! David. Fuck off! David, I'm a taser-armed officer. You need to put that down. You need to put it down. Okay, I tell you what, I'll put the taser down. You put the pool cue down. Why? For you to fucking handcuff me?
Well, we're going to need to talk about it one way or another,
No, you're
mate.
going to handcuff me, okay?
We need to talk about it.
No.
This is proper negativity, but bro is clearly suffering from mental illness.
Okay.
No! Keep away from me, buddy, okay? Stop being threatening. If you're here to talk, you don't need to smash the door down, buddy.
Right. Can I talk to you then?
Talk away, mate.
Right.
But you ain't taking me out that door, buddy. Do you understand?
Well, that sounds counterproductive. Today's eviction day. You coming out this door whether you like it or not. However you need to come out. Handcuffed, hog-tied, on your own 2 feet, however you want to do it.
David, I need to ask you cooperation.
No! You're gonna fucking kill me, dude!
I'm not going to kill you.
Yes, you will fucking kill me. My heart's already racing 200 feet. Please, please!
Have a weapon!
No! No! You're going! You can't! Fucking hell! We're gonna go!
Put the weapon down! Cooperate now!
Fuck off!
Put it down!
Fuck off!
We can stop all this, put that down, and then we can help you.
Put the weapon down! Fuck off! Put the weapon down!
What is he doing with a tattoo? No, never mind. Live your best life.
Get out!
I can't move!
Put it down. Get out on the floor! Chill out. Right, I'm just going to release these, alright?
Alright, calm yourself down, you're safe. Just keep breathing, right? Okay, you're going to be looked after.
Well, what about fucking all my clothes? For fuck's sake, how am I going to get back in the building?
Let's sit right then.
Now that David is under arrest, Scott is able to reclaim the property.
Look at Scott. Scott is a wild boy. I'm telling y'all. Yeah.
Let's sit right then.
Now that David
This is the first time I seen Scott smile.
is under arrest, Scott is able to reclaim the property
Full of joy.
for the rightful owner.
I don't give a shit if you fucking drop me, fucker! Drop me down the stairs, fucker! Go on!
You wasn't just saying that when 30,000 volts was running through your body.
Very, very rare. It's the first time I've seen it in nearly 12 years of doing this.
Hey, is this the medical help, buddy? Is this going to hospital, is it? Hey?
Hogtied. Great choice. Saves you a little bit of energy.
Is that a cure me, is it, mate? Hey?
Some people might think that
Y'all need to take that man to the mental institute. He doesn't need to go to jail. He needs a different kind of help.
this is hard and it's like quite an awkward and nasty job to do, but you know, I've done it for quite a long time now, and to me it's no different to going to work each day and stacking shelves or driving a taxi. It's just a job to me, you know, and there's a lot more dangerous and a lot more stressful jobs out there than what this is.
That may be true. You also give serial vibes. So you like, I take everything Scott say with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? He is a hilarious character in that show, but
yeah. Who's got the van, mate?
Back at the Travellers' eviction, Steve has hit a problem. Not all of the owners of the caravans are on site. Steve knows that if he attempts to move the homes without permission, there will be an almighty row. He phones the council for instructions.
Got a couple of vans, there's no one here for them.
His orders are clear. Everything has to be shifted by noon.
So we'll take those to the pound, yeah? Yeah, this one here.
That one on this one?
And that brown one here. There's no one here to claim ownership of them. They'll be given a week to claim ownership. If
that's somebody's house. They coming to get that.
they'll be scrapped. There's no goods inside it which are of any value to us, to them maybe of sentimental value. There's only more we can do. We've had instructions from the council. They're the client. They want to move. The site's got to be cleared.
With the weather against him, Steve's chances of meeting the deadline look increasingly remote.
The wheel's fucked.
I'll leave it there, I'll do it with the truck.
Yeah.
I'd be irritated. Moving trailers.
To make matters worse, one of the travellers turns up to find his caravan being towed away.
If you would ask me, I would have told you.
We didn't ask you because you keep gobbing off at everyone.
Because you fucking are taking the piss.
How can anybody talk to him like that?
You're just as much of the problem as the council are, as long as you carry on doing everything that your bum-licking lackeys tell you to.
Listen to
because it's illegal. You know it's.
Well, that's what having a job looks like. You have to follow instructions from your boss, sir.
Illegal.
No.
You know that this is the last fascist state. This is the last bit of racism that's illegal in this country. Why should I fucking listen to you? Why the hell should I? I've been listening to you people forever and ever and ever. For 30 years, my people have been chased around and harassed by people in Dayglow.
Calm yourself down.
Piss off. Calm yourself down.
Calm yourself
Piss
down.
off
Can't
my
talk
side.
to you while you're not on your side.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to talk to me.
Well,
I'm haranguing you, you stupid
won't
prick.
talk to you.
If you won't get that bit. Yeah? Because this is fascism. Because you people are doing this job. You shouldn't be able to bloody sleep at night. You got family. You imagine seeing them all being made homeless, yeah? I've been doing this for 30 years. I get moved onto a new site every 7 days. You tell me how many sites there are in the fucking UK.
Are you going to be moving this? Otherwise we'll be hooking it up. Simple as that. I'm asking you a civil question in a civil tone.
Yeah, and I don't have to answer. You've just made
I've
my
asked you.
People homeless,
Are you moving it or not? Are you moving it or not? Simple question. Not a problem. When the truck comes, we'll remove it ourselves.
It's about brute force, and you know it's because you're bullies.
Not bullies.
It's because you're.
Well, I feel like I can understand the frustration from this gentleman, but everybody else moved. Somebody should have called you. These your homies, your friends, your family members, your extended family. They should have let you know. Well, you should have let somebody else know that this was what was going on. If that wasn't your caravan, it was somebody else's.
You won't let this remain here, you will bully it out of it.
For Steve and John, the abuse is all in a day's work.
You never used to think you were born to be a mug in the mummy.
Foul language is part of it. It's a lot of hot air. People are upset. The heat of the moment, they generally...
This dude is an experienced cursor. He putting together some curse word combinations that are probably above professional, like elite, maybe Hall of Fame worthy. He got it. Bro got it.
They say things like they...
Silver badge, no, platinum badge potty mouth. Yeah.
They didn't actually mean. And it's water for ducks back. Really.
Despite all the shouting, the outcome is always the same.
Looked it up, didn't he?
We're going to be seeing you next week, probably the week after and the week after that. So it's pointless falling out, isn't it? All the best. Cheers.
Taxpayers paying week in, week out throughout the country for enforcement officers to move travellers on. And there's never going to be a solution for it. No one wants them on their land. All we can actually do is turn
Should be a free task.
up when we're requested and move them onto another site.
It's taken 6 long hours to clear the car park. But for
I
the
hate to live like that though. Like every 7 days I gotta relocate.
enforcers, there's always another job waiting.
We're keeping on top of it. That's all we can actually do.
Betsy, I'm here today to collect the payment in full or seize the vehicle.
With domestic evictions and debts, we're collecting money for individuals. We're not stopping the amount of debt that's being built up throughout the country.
At 9 o'clock, you're going out the premises, so...
I've got a writ here.
Did he? Wait, who has one blue eye and one brown eye?
The country.
Wow. What does this actually mean? That's kind of raw, low key.
At 9 o'clock, you're going out the premises, so...
I've got a writ here to seize goods and remove goods.
The debt's obviously escalated.
But it's never going to stop. Debt's always going to be there.
It might have been the camera angle. It looked it.
And that's effectively what our job is. Try and keep a lid on it as best we possibly can.
Nah, it's really one blue, one brown. Gee.
Got a high court writ of possession. No, don't shut the door, mate.
That's tough. I think that's the last episode. There was only 2 episodes. Well, I'm gone now.